Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You guys sent in some super interesting stuff on this whole life scripting thing, and I gotta say, the idea of actually designing your dream life really grabbed my attention. We're gonna be looking at excerpts from a blog post by Jonathan Temporal, who seems to be all about making those dreams a reality.
Yeah, his stuff is really interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like how when I was a kid, I was absolutely positive I'd be a world famous chef.
Yeah.
Right? Like I even had this whole imaginary restaurant set up in my living room, serving mud pies and dandelion salads to anyone who dared to enter.
No, wow.
Yeah, my culinary talents definitely peaked at age 5.
Hmm.
But what if instead of letting those dreams fade, we could actually make them happen? That's what this life scripting thing is all about, and I'm excited to unpack it with you.
Hmm.
What do you think? Is this just like wishful thinking, or can we really write our dream lives into existence?
You know what I find fascinating about Temporal's approach is that he doesn't just focus on dreaming big. He emphasizes the importance of actually being ready to receive those
Oh,
dreams.
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like the difference between wishing upon a star and actually building a rocket ship.
I like that analogy.
Hey.
So it's about moving beyond those mental scripts we often get stuck in, right?
Hmm.
Temporal talks about actually writing down a full description of your ideal life. I can see how that might help clarify things, but
Hmm.
why is the actual writing itself so important?
It's all about making those dreams tangible. You ever notice how just talking about a goal out loud can make it feel more real, more
Yeah,
achievable?
definitely.
Writing takes that even further. Temporal gives this great example of a woman who dreamt of opening a bakery.
Okay.
For years, it was just this vague idea floating around in her head. But when she actually sat down and wrote out a detailed description, the name, the location, even the smell of fresh bread wafting out the door, it suddenly felt within reach.
Wow.
That act of writing helped her take those first steps toward actually making it a reality.
I can see how getting that specific would make a huge difference. But where do you even start with something like that?
Hmm.
Temporal mentions this exercise called 20 Things You Enjoy Doing. Is that just about listing hobbies, or is there something more to it?
Oh, it's way more than just hobbies. It's about uncovering those hidden patterns in your life,
Mm,
the things that bring you genuine joy, you know?
right.
Think about the activities that make you lose track of time, the things that make you feel completely in your element.
I like that.
And don't just focus on leisure activities. Think
Yeah.
about work-related tasks, social interactions, even those quiet moments of solitude that you cherish.
Okay.
What emerges is this blueprint of what truly matters to you.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Actually, when I did this exercise, I was surprised to find that so many of my favorite activities involved connecting with people.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is something I hadn't really consciously recognized before.
Uh-huh.
So how do we go from this list of 20 things to actually designing our ideal lives?
Temporal argues that understanding your personal style is key. And he's not just talking about fashion here, although that can definitely be a part of it. He's talking about style as the essence of who you are, your unique way of being in the world.
Hmm. So style, as in more than just clothes.
Yeah.
But how does understanding our style help us design our perfect lives?
Think of your style as the blueprint for your ideal life. It guides the design of your environment, your relationships, your experiences.
Okay, I'm with you.
Temporal gives this example of how your style influences the activities you enjoy. If you love being outdoors surrounded by nature, maybe your ideal life script involves living in a rural area, working remotely, spending your free time hiking or gardening.
I could see that.
Your style becomes like a compass guiding you toward the life that feels most authentically you.
So instead of just accepting the default settings of life, we can consciously choose to design something that's really tailored to our needs and desires.
Exactly.
That's pretty empowering.
It is. It's about recognizing that you have the agency to shape your reality. But it's not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best and most authentic version of yourself.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's say you've done that 20 things exercise and you're starting to get a sense of your style.
Mm.
What's the next step in this whole life scripting process?
Well, Temporal suggests taking that list and using it as a springboard for actually writing your life script. Imagine you're writing a story, but the main character is you living your most fulfilling life.
Okay.
What kind of career would allow you to incorporate those things you love? What kind of relationships would support you and nourish you? What kind of environment would feel like home?
He also mentioned something really interesting about how our style can reveal hidden talents or passions that we might not even be aware of.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes those things we enjoy doing are like clues to our deeper potential.
Oh,
Maybe you love writing in your spare time, but you've never even considered it as a career path. Or maybe you're always the one organizing social events and you realize you have a knack for leadership and bringing people together.
yeah.
By paying attention to those patterns in your life, you can uncover hidden strengths and passions that you might have otherwise overlooked.
I could see how those aha moments would be so valuable. But this whole process of designing your life can feel kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
Where do you even begin?
It all starts with getting clear on what you truly want.
Okay.
Temporal suggests like breaking down your life script into different areas like career relationships, personal growth, even your physical environment. Think about what your ideal day would look like in each of these areas. What kind of work would you be doing? Who would you be spending time with? What activities would you be engaged in?
So it's about creating a really vivid picture of that ideal life, almost like watching a movie.
Exactly. And just like any good movie, your life script should have a clear beginning, middle, and end.
Hmm.
Where do you want to be in 5 years, 10 years? What steps do you need to take to get there?
Wow.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
That's a big question.
Mhm.
It sounds like a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it's also incredibly exciting. It's like we're given permission to dream big and create a life that's truly extraordinary.
And that's the beauty of it. Life scripting isn't about limiting yourself. It's about expanding your possibilities.
Yeah.
It's about taking control of your destiny and creating a life that's filled with meaning, purpose, and joy.
I love that. What I'm hearing is that this isn't just about achieving some external markers of success. It's about designing a life that feels authentic and fulfilling from the inside out.
You got it. It's about aligning your external world with your internal truth. It's about recognizing that you have the power to write your own story.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really inspired. It's like, why settle for an ordinary life when you can design an extraordinary one?
Exactly. And that's the message I hope you take away from this deep dive. You have the power to create the life of your dreams. It starts with understanding your unique style, identifying what truly matters to you, and then taking those bold steps to make it happen.
This has been amazing. So much great information to process. Let's give everyone a moment to really absorb all this, and then we'll wrap things up with some key takeaways.
Okay, so as we wrap up our deep dive into life scripting, what are some of the key takeaways that our listeners can start applying today?
You know that list of 20 things you enjoy doing?
Right.
Pull that out and spend some time really reflecting on it.
Yeah.
What patterns do you see? What does it tell you about your personal style, your values, those things that really light you up? You might be surprised at the insights that come up.
Yeah, it's like holding up a mirror to your soul, right?
Exactly. And once you have a clearer understanding of those core elements, you can start thinking about how to weave them into your everyday life.
Yeah.
What kind of career would allow you to express those unique talents and passions?
Right.
What kind of relationships would feel supportive and inspiring? What kind of environment would nourish your spirit and fuel your creativity?
And it's important to remember this isn't about some overnight transformation.
Or achieving some picture-perfect ideal. It's about making those small, intentional choices each day that move you closer to that vision you've created for yourself.
It all comes down to this. You're the author of your own story. And like any good storyteller, you have the power to shape the narrative, overcome challenges, and create a truly fulfilling and meaningful journey.
This has been such an inspiring conversation. It feels like we've been given a whole new set of tools to create a life that really reflects who we are and what we want to achieve.
And as you embark on this journey of life scripting, remember to just embrace the process, Be open to new possibilities, allow yourself to dream big, and most importantly, have fun along the way.
What a great note to end on. It's been awesome exploring life scripting with you. We hope this deep dive has sparked some inspiration and given you the confidence to start designing a life that truly lights you up.
Absolutely.
That's it for our deep dive. Now go out there and start writing your own masterpiece. We can't wait to see what